Okay, so today we're going to talk about the residential construction process, but more so for Arizona. I live here in Chandler, Arizona. I used to live in Gilbert, right here in the East Valley. And I want to talk about, getting it approved by the HOA, getting it approved by the city, getting your engineer, architect drawing, and then executing the construction, remodel, renovation, whatever you want to call it, just that whole process. So what usually happens is customer reaches out to me, says, hey, this is what I want done. For example, as you see right here, it's a nice little porch cover. We're gonna go ahead and rip that all out and do a nice walkout balcony with some French doors coming out because the kids are leaving the house, they want some more space to enjoy on the outside. Winter's coming up and winter in Arizona is beautiful. So they reach out, hey Christian, come over here, come check this out. I head over there and I get like a good feel and kind of like a number in my head. Okay, this is gonna look, I'm gonna make up a number. Hey, this is gonna look between like 40 and 50,000. And no, that's not what they're spending to do our job, but it's really nice. Hey, our budget's 40, 50,000. And so I'm like, okay. And then I go back and meet with my architect, my interior designer, say, all right, what's this gonna cost? My architect's like, this is how much it's gonna cost. So I go ahead and send the customer an invoice saying, hey, let's get a drawing. We need to get a drawing as soon as possible before we move forward doing anything else. Because they were looking to get it approved by the city and the HOA. That way, when they sell their house down the road, it's adding value and they don't have to tear it down and it's questionable, whatever it is. But so I go ahead and say, let's get a drawing. They're like, yep, let's do it. Here's some money. So once I got the money, I head over to the house again for the second time visiting, and then I go and take a bunch of measurements. As you see down here in the corner, the concrete slab where the patio is, I dig that up, I measure my slab. It comes out to be, I'm gonna have to cut open that slab, put new footers in, but that's not the point. But once I get all these measurements, 2 weeks later, my architect gives me the drawing. So this is about 3 weeks now, 2 to 3 weeks now that I have the drawings and we've met a second time meeting, we got the drawings. I go ahead and send them over to the homeowner so they have a set of drawings themselves. And then I say, all right, what's the next step? And then they're like, well, after I look at the drawing myself, then I can come up with a estimate for them because lots of different things, a lot of different stuff I'm gonna need. I could just do a cost plus, hey, this is what I'm gonna charge, what the materials are. But I actually look at it, I kind of combine it all in one and give it to them. So they're not kind of surprised, oh my gosh, materials are this much. But so once they got the drawing, then they're like, okay, I like your estimate because I sent them an estimate to do the whole project. I like it, let's move forward. So then I contact the HOA, whether it's via phone, email, or in person, and then I say, hey, this is kind of what we're looking to do, here's the plans, and I filled out the application. And then 30 days later, so that'd be 7 weeks later, because remember the first 3 weeks first week was meeting up, second week was waiting on the architect to give me the drawing, and then we waited another 4 to 5 weeks to get the HOA to approve it. I know, crazy, it should take like 5 days in my opinion, but it took them like 33 days. I already got it approved. It took them 33 days to get it approved. So now we're about 7 weeks. And then from there, I go ahead and submit it to the city. The reason being is I don't submit it to the HOA. I should say this. I don't submit it to the city and pay all the fees. And then I submit it to the HOA and they say it's not gonna happen. Now I can't get my money back from the city and I'm down money. So I just give it to the HOA first. And once they say, yep, you're good to go, then I give it to the city and I pay the fees because I know the drawing is going to pass. And once it's passed, boom, they give me the stamp of approval. And so that it takes maybe up to 1 to 2 weeks depending on how busy they are. So now we're looking at about 9 weeks before we get to do anything to the house. So after the 9-week period, ninth week, let's get going. I'm so excited. This is my favorite part, demo day. I get 2 40-yard dumpsters going to this house right here. They're gonna be all the way in the front yard. I might, still depending on which side I'm gonna put them on, 2 40-yard dumpsters. You're like, that seems like a lot. The thing is that the tile's gonna be heavy and I don't want to exceed the weight limit of the dumpster and pay a big fee. So I put the tile in one dumpster and a little bit more, and then I put all the wood in the other dumpster. And there's still a good amount of demo, as you can see, all that right there. But once that's all demoed and all done, get it all patched up, then I go ahead and I'm gonna cut these slabs, as you see down here in the corner. I have to cut the slab out and dig down 36 inches or whatever the drawing says and get my footings correct. And then from there, we're framing. After a couple weeks pass, I don't know the days, I think it's like a week, wait 7 days or something. They say a little more than that. I'll wait about 7 to 10 days, and then I'll start framing. Once we're framing, get the framing inspection done, and then from there, we're slapping on the drywall, putting the stucco on, because the framing inspector comes out, he looks at all the straps, and he looks at all the connections, and makes sure whatever the plans are is happening to the construction site. So the plans are right, the inspector's like, yep, you're good to go. From there, we're stuccoing everything, we're putting our drywall up. If you can, put your lights up. Some inspectors are really cool when it comes to electrical. For example, in this patio cover, there's already a fan. And so I already talked to my inspector, and he's like, yeah, if you just put a can light and there's an existing electrical, you're good to go, I don't care. So we're gonna keep that electrical there and just put a light in. Actually, we're gonna put 8 LEDs with 2 fans. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, so they're pretty cool. And once they get that approved, we stucco it. We're going ahead and put our roof deck on. It's gonna be a balcony, so it's gonna be a super low slope roof deck. Probably use some Geico or what's the other one? Can't think of it at the top of my head. But I think I might use Geico. They're a pretty quality product, and we're gonna do some big stucco columns all the way up. So like the stucco columns, as you see, that post right there, that post will go all the way up. Oh, can't see my finger. Go all the way up, and you'll have railing all the way across it. So you're gonna have stucco going all the way up with railing at top, and all the way around. Maybe some iron. I don't know, maybe some cool designs in the iron. Not sure yet. Maybe even put the iron real close for privacy. And then we're going to put lights all the way on top of the railing. There's going to be lights, so when they come out on their deck, it'll be nice. Anyways, I'm ranting. But so that's the process. We're going to start demoing here in a week. And I need you guys to subscribe and like my content, because I need to get to 1,000 subscribers and I need to get 4,000 hours viewed. I hope you guys enjoy the content. This is my second video ever. I just made this whole green screen room in my new house. And yeah, so I got this project. I got another project coming up. We're going to be building a 30 by 16 deck, probably composite slats, building a big porch over it, and then redoing all the landscape, probably putting some pavers out there, doing a pergola, fire pit, probably like 6 to 7 tons of gravel, spread it out, make it nice. So yeah, we got that project coming up. We also have two to three other projects coming up. It's in the works, but this is the big one coming up, so I'm super excited about that. But yeah, subscribe, like, hit the thumbs up. And you'll be seeing some content, some time lapses, vlogs of just me on the job site with my boy Alex, Jose, all my boys, and we'll be grinding getting to it. So yeah, we're here in Chandler, Arizona. We do the whole East Valley. Go ahead and give us a like, subscribe. I've said it 3 times now, whatever. But thanks, guys. Have a good day.